Welcome to the Daily Devotional. I'm your host, Harry Jackson. Today we're looking at the issue of what does it take to heal the heart of a nation. We're in an amazing season of time where George Floyd's death, literally murder that happened on video, is one of the most horrific things that people have seen in a long time. What it does is it makes people who are 80 and 90 go back to a former era. It makes people my age remember the story of our parents. It makes people in their 30s and their 20s realize that there has never been a concept of true equality and fairness and justice for African Americans and minorities. There's always this issue of how far justice, fairness, equality goes. So we need to heal the heart of America. I want to encourage you to pray with me. I've had input with the White House. I believe it is great what the response is. I believe what's horrible is the atmosphere, the context in which we have to deal with things. We know that our president has his personal history and the accusations that are going out about him and the issue of race. But really, what we know about America is that we talk well, we speak well, we mean well, but often there's a problem with follow through. I believe Americans want our nation to be great, but I believe that we are stumbling at times with the manifestation and the implementation. So, what do we do? Well, Exodus chapter 6, I've talked about it before. God tells Moses that he's going to bring him into the promised land. And then in verse 9, chapter 6, verse 9, Moses goes to tell Israel they don't listen. And they basically, because of anguish of spirit and cruel bondage, their history, 400 years long, they basically don't receive Moses' word, and they can't get joyful, expectant. They need hope. I believe that the minority members of America who happen to be Christians are stuck in this place today. The question is, how do you heal the heart of a nation? But then also, how do we restore hope and expectation that things will ever change? But in Exodus 6, God moved Moses, and Moses began to address the structural problem of oppressive racism in the context of Israel. And that was God went to Moses and said, Moses, go to Pharaoh. And he confronted Pharaoh 10 plagues later. And with the final passing over of the death angel, we find that the children of Israel came out. And God did a restoration, retribution moment. I believe that we're on the verge of seeing God heal some of the racial divides in America, basically starting with the church. He's going to heal the church, bring us together, have us address structures and systems that are out of alignment. But you and I are going to have to pray it forward, not pay it forward, pray it forward. And then I believe God's going to release a inner healing from all of our senses of being ostracized, rejected, and left behind. So won't you join me in praying for and expecting to believe that 400 years is a season of time God uses to judge a nation, evaluate her record, and that God is able to deliver an once enslaved people. And he is able to bring us forward into his divine destiny. Father, give us hope and expectation as we address these things next week. All next week, we're going to be talking about healing the racial divide. God bless you.